आप दिखाई दे रहे हो। Hello, dear students. Myself, Dr. Akhilesh Kumar, Associate Professor of Botany, PCGCW Nagar Chaudhary. Today I am going to speak on plant cell wall structure and function. Next please. Cell wall is the non-living component of the cell and is secreted and maintained by the living portion of the cell called protoplasm. The, syn- the synthesis of the cell wall is controlled by the Golgi body. Next, please. A typical cell wall is composed of three different regions. Number one, middle lamella, primary cell wall, and secondary cell wall. Next, please. This is the cell wall structure. Very clearly, in the center, there are vacuoles, and outer membrane is the cell wall divided into the three layers, that is the cell wall, middle lamella, primary cell wall, secondary cell wall, and it is full of cell organelles. Next, please. Middle lamella, the formation of this layer starts in the telophase stage of cell division and is formed by the depositions. It works as a cementing layers between the two daughter cells. It is composed of calcium, magnesium, pectate, and pectic substances are a mixture of polygalacturols and polysaccharides, that is the natural sugars. This common layer between two cells may be dissolved with the help of uh, the pectolytic enzymes, and the two cells are separated. This is event this evident during the loosening of mature ripe fruits, which is the result of the dissolution of middle lamella. Next, please. Primary cell wall in the initial stage of the development of all cell are surrounded by the primary wall. It is lies next to the inside surface of middle lamella and outside surface of the plasma membrane. It measures about 1 3 millimeter in thickness and consists of approximately 9 to 25% of cellulose, 25 to 25% of hemicellulose, 10 to 35% of pectic substances, and 10% proteins. The cellulose is present in the form of filamentous microfibrils. Structurally, each microfibrils consists of an aggregation of 255 parallel arranged microfibrils. And each microfibril consists of 20 micelle. The micelle forms a crystallized structure. Each micelle is a bundle of about 100 cellulose chains. These are the subunits of the cellulose. The molecule of cellulose is a long chain of polysaccharides. The cellulose microfibrils are oriented at the right angles to the long axis of the cell. Next, please. The cellulose microfibrils are pulled into the long axis of the cell, elongates during elongation. The wall stretches plastically, irreversibly, rather than elastically, reversibly. The chemical substances other than cellulose form an amorphous matrix filled with the water. Sometimes silica, calcium, and other organic salts are present as a constituents of matrix. The main function of the primary cell wall is to provide mechanical strength and protection to the protoplast. Physiologically, the primary wall is the porous and considered as a permeable membrane which allow both solvents as well as solute molecules to pass through it. Next, please. Similarly, the second wall, it is the structure which encloses the mature cell, giving it the shape characteristic of a particular cell type. The secondary cell wall is composed of several layers which are successively deposited one upon the other on inner face of the primary wall. After cell enlargement ceases. However, the electron micrograph of the secondary wall show three clear-cut zones which are due to differently oriented fibrils. These zones are named as a S1, S2 and S3. But there may be more layers as in the latex tube of the euphorbia bill. The cellulose microfibrils of secondary wall are completely arranged with the different orientation in different layers. The chief component of secondary wall are cellulose, lignin, suberin, small amount of pectin, hemicellulose, fats and waxes. Most cells which these wall layers are devoid of living materials at maturity and die. Next please. Some additional structures are present in the cell wall, some just like pits. The formation of secondary wall is not uniform in all cells. Most cells have a thin areas where the secondary wall is not deposited on primary wall. Such areas are known as pits. The pits in the wall of adjacent cells are often opposite to each other. These pits are separated by a pit membrane which is a permeable and allow passage of materials. In the tracheids of gymnosperm, the secondary wall partly overhangs the pits. Such pits are known as border pits. Next, please. Similarly, on another example is that plasmodesmata, intercellular connections. Intercellular connection at different places, the cell wall remains thin where secondary wall is not formed. These thinner perforated regions in the primary walls are termed as the primary pits fields. Many of these areas are seen to have small pores through which delicate cytoplasmic strands called plasmodesmata connect one cell with that of the adjacent cells. They are unbranched tubular cytoplasmic connections between the two adjacent cells, which are mainly concerned with the transport of materials and conduction of stimuli. Each tubules consist of a thin layer of ground plasm bounded by unit membrane. Next, please. The plasmodesmata are in continuation with the endoplasmic reticulum. It has been observed that a large number of plasmodesmata are present between two metabolically active cells to provide a pathway for water and solute exchange through same plasma intercellular continuum. It has been observed that some proteins and RNA molecules also pass through plasmodesmata. Next, please.